Oh, man, hot, but good for the body. Whew. It's around 1 o'clock, I think 1:30 in the afternoon. Whew. Anyway, let me tell you a secret, okay? You know, whenever a person becomes famous or rich or successful, that person is generally called for giving talks to schools, universities, to children, to people, youngsters. Okay, see, they are cutting. See this. That's how they clear the forest. And see, those that machine has two blades. It just keeps chopping off all the plants and all that. They have to keep clearing it, you know? See, this is my neighbor. Good exercise. Anyway, the only thing I'm afraid of is snakes. Fuck. Anyway, so you must have seen, like, for example, if you see John Cena, or The Rock, or Spider-Man, Jerry Maguire, or that Tom Holland. After he finished Spider-Man, they go visit children in hospitals. They go, Make-A-Wish Foundation, and someone who's a big fan of theirs, they fulfill their dream. They want to take photographs and all that. Okay. Now, obviously, when you see those videos on YouTube, you can just Google search, John Cena meets his biggest fan, or Make-A-Wish Foundation, or whatever. When you see these videos, there's generally a feel-good moment. You tend to feel like, warm and fuzzy inside. Especially, there's one video that I uploaded on my channel. WWE, this boy, his name is Connor, Conor. He had cancer, and he was a big fan of Daniel Bryan, yeah, the Yes Movement, and his goal was to wrestle, become a wrestler. And the boy was dying, and so WWE fulfilled his wish. He got to meet all the WWE superstars, and then he, Triple H, Hunter Hearst, Hemsley, whatever. He asked this boy, okay, punch me in the face. You should see that, this boy is dying of cancer. He's a small boy, he is bald, and so he punches him, and Triple H acts like he falls down. They say, come on, roll him over. And, 1, 2, 3, the wrestling move. And then he's given a belt. So he fulfilled his dream, and the poor boy died after a few months. When you see moments like these, it touches you. You feel warm and fuzzy inside. And yes, these people, these superstars, they're like this role model for society to follow. They say don't drink, don't smoke, don't do this, don't do that, and good stuff. Now, when I started off my journey, I was also asked to visit schools and colleges, especially because I was to win public speaking championships. Those days I was to wear a full suit. I was driving a Lexus RX 330. So they would call me as a guest, judge, a speaker, and you'd get all these young boys and young girls like, oh sir, big fan of yours, and they'd want to take photographs. Some would even ask me for an autograph. Personally speaking, I found it so silly. Even then I found it silly. Like, why do you want my autograph? Like, well, okay, I would oblige, just sign something. I guess some people, they go crazy about this. Like, even when I travel, because of Quora and all that, I get people suddenly stop me. You're that Quora guy, like Loy. Yeah, can I take a photograph? So yeah, I oblige. I understand they admire the work and all that. Fine. However, here's something that might surprise you. I'm not comfortable with being called a role model, and I don't like it. And it's not modesty or anything. I just don't want. I don't want that pressure, that headache, that responsibility of being a role model. Because what is a role model? A role model is supposed to be this perfect guy with the perfect behavior and perfect track record. And I seriously don't want to be this role model. I don't want to be. And the reason I don't want to be is because you can't be yourself. You always have to be, what society wants you to be. You're supposed to have this clean record, which I don't have, and I don't want to have. In fact, I remember I saw this video once where Tom Hanks they were taking an interview of Tom Hanks in Good Morning America or something. And he just said the word fuck. When he said the word fuck, oh, shit, oh, he goes like, and they're like, oh, Tom Hanks said the word fuck. Yeah, and he was, I'm so sorry. Come on, man. I'm not like that. I don't want to be like that. In fact, my my role model is Dana White. You should see when Dana White gives an interview. He gives 10 Fs for, 10 fucks for every sentence. Why am I saying 10 Fs? He's like, fuck that, he's a fucking piece of shit. Fuck him, man. No, right from a young age, I used to admire the guys who used to say the word fuck. Like, ooh, fuck, ooh. In fact, I'm pretty sure you must have seen that Osho. Fuck is a good word. Powerful word. We should fuck. Oh, hot man. So, now obviously, it's not just the pressure of wanting to be myself. It's not only the pressure of I can just do whatever the hell I want. I think my major qualm of being a role model is the element of fakery that comes with it. And I don't mean from the person who's doing it, rather from the people who admire. I'll give you an example. When I was being invited to schools and colleges, in fact, if you check my previous video, it's pretty old. There was this boy who killed himself, CBSE, who wrote the exam, Abhimanyu Sadasivan. And as soon as I found out that he killed himself because of pressure from his teachers and people, and I lashed out. I put up a video. I was very angry about it. I never knew that this video would be viewed by 5,000 or whatever people, because normally those days my videos were just for me only. If I'd get 100 views, I was like, hey, great, I get 60, 70 views. So this one went to 5,000 views, and I spoke against the education system, and I spoke from the heart. I was very angry. So you can just Google search Loy Machedo, CBSE student commits suicide. This was way back 7-8 years or whatever. Not 7-8 years, more than that, man. Maybe. Okay. So after it, most of the students and everyone happened to see that, parents. I was getting so many calls from so many youngsters, and yeah, I genuinely wanted to help them. You don't believe, sometimes 200 emails a day, and for a guy who was not even getting one email, to get 200 emails in one day, oof. And then calls, and so that was my first experience of being like, I don't know if you can call it viral. And there were many youngsters who wanted to talk to me, and I was doing my bit. The whole day and night I was just answering these emails, and those days I used to do it for free. So then I started to get invited by these youngsters or their parents. The parents used to invite me to their house. Please, my daughter is a big fan of yours, wants to meet you. My son really admires you, and sort of oblige them. I would go meet them, and the meeting itself, traveling, going meeting them. They would give lunch or dinner, then come back, and so I did this with, I don't know, maybe 12, 13 families. It was very taxing actually. And they used to call me up and speak to me, okay. So all that was fine. However, after that issue died out, it was no longer a hot button topic. In 6 months died out. So nobody used to call and all that. But these people, I had added them on my Facebook, and that time they were keeping in touch. And so I just sent a message, hi, how are you, and all that. But now the attitude, the response, everything had changed. There was no longer this admiration, there was no longer this respect, or hi sir, how are you? Nothing. And then I was like, oh, okay. That time I was like, wow. But now, they were literally like begging me to come to their house the first time. I'm not saying that I wanted to be invited to the house, but not even a call. Like I call them, hey, how are you? How is your studies? Yeah, can we talk to you later? We're busy. Oh, okay. Sorry. I know I shouldn't have done that. I was thinking like, oh, okay, like a family friend and this and that. I was mistaken. Not one single person was interested. There I realized like all this admiration, all this thing was just because they were starstruck. But once they got to know, meet and this and that, I must have realized, okay, the guy is ordinary. Okay, finish. Bye-bye, thank you. We took our photograph. We got what we want. It's like, when you go and meet your relatives for the first time after a long time, they are so happy, eager, dying to meet you because you just came from abroad, and they are hoping that you'll give them some gifts. But after the gift, everything is given and all. Hey, hi, how are you? Okay, bye. So then I realized, like, what the hell is this, man? Same bullshit. It just reminded me of my childhood when you did something great, everyone admired you. But when you're ordinary, nobody was bothered. And then obviously it just made me realize that if I made a mistake, then they would totally ostracize me. So eventually I lost interest in this. And then subsequently when anyone would call me, hey, come to our house, come to our party, come to this, come to that. Now after I came to Samui before the COVID pandemic, I was getting calls to come to India, colleges, institutes, organizations. They wanted personal branding for the future generation, this, that, and so many things. They were even ready to pay for the ticket and stay. Obviously they didn't have the budget to pay me, but they said, okay, your ticket and staying and everything will take care. But I decided no need, man. That is why I refused all, and eventually people stop asking. Nowadays, okay, because of COVID, nobody asks because traveling is not there. But people still ask me, would you come for a conference call? Can you give us a training? Can you speak a few words? Can we have a, group, this thing, they will all listen to you. I refuse. And watch on YouTube. And that's the reason I don't want to be a role model, because it's a responsibility. You have to do things, but don't expect anything back in return. And then the burden of you have to be this goody, two shoes, clean cut image. And I think the part that bugs me the most is if you make a mistake, if you slip, if you fall, if you fall from grace, or if you do anything that is not good in their eyes, these very same people who were admiring you and dying for you and wanting to take photographs with you and autographs and all that, they'll ostracize you. That's why if you notice fans, when you're good and great and big and high and mighty, sir, you're so great and this and that, But tomorrow you lose everything, you become poor, you're a nothing, you're a nobody. They'll give you two fucks, man. That is why 2011, the day I lost everything and I was on the verge of suicide, it just reminds me, when you have nothing and when you have nobody, the world doesn't care. But when you are successful, when you have money and, oh sir this, sir that, sir I admire you, big fan of yours, blah blah blah, go fuck yourself. I have enough fan, AC, air conditioning, table fan, hand fan, only fan, only fans. That's why I don't give a damn now. Anyway, this is what I wanted to tell you. So that is why anyone says, you have to be a role model, we look up to you. Fuck off. But don't use the word fuck, Loy. Loy, don't use the F word, Loy. You're a role model. Go fuck yourself. Role model. Put that role model up your ass. In fact, type the word role model on a dildo and put it up. And to add more effect, put some spikes on it. Don't give a fuck, man. Oh, my daughter, my son admires you. Please don't use it. Who the fuck asked your son? Your son doesn't have you as a role model or what? Give him someone else. I don't need this bloody pressure. Loy, you have to be role model, Loy. Don't use this bad word, Loy. Loy, like one Saudi guy. If you can take off your tattoos, I can show the videos to my son. Yeah. I wanted to say something rude to him. I just like, have a nice day. I wanted to give him. Yeah, take off your tattoos so I can show you videos. Yeah, make him listen, no? You fucking brainless twat. Fucking idiot. You and your stupid religion. Anyway, in the world of clean cut suit and tie and dress up nice and behave properly and look perfect and say the right words, and sorry, I'm not interested to play this game. Leave me the fuck alone. That's it. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. Let me know your thoughts. You guys take care. Chill.